welcome to the 9 p.m. news on Voice of the People TV. I am Vivian Oguche. Before we begin the news, kindly visit our website, the fresh and trending news. First, the headlines. Are reforms creating employment opportunities for Nigerians? That's coming from Vice President Shettima. Also, 1,000 households in Lagos, FCT, received FG's palliatives. Write your name in gold by releasing Nnamdi Kanu, Ohaneze tells Tinubu. An IGP vows a decisive response to attacks on police officers. Also, AEDC notifies Abuja residents of 2-week power interruption. In business, stock market opens 2025 with 155 billion naira gain. In entertainment news, a very dark man calls out Burna Boy over stage walkout controversy. And in sports, why I benched Lookman against Inter Milan, that's coming from Gasperini. Now the news in detail. Vice President Kashim Shettima has said the ongoing reforms initiated by the administration will create employment opportunities for the youth population and provide greater opportunities in the various sectors of the economy. Shettima underscored the inevitability of skills acquisition among the young demographic in Nigeria, noting that the nation can no longer afford to keep growing a population of idle, unemployed, and unemployable youths. The Vice President spoke on Friday during the combined graduation ceremony of the Wing Commander Abdullahi Ibrahim Vocational and Technology Institute in Lafia, the Nasarawa state capital. Shettima said the danger of paying lip service to technical and vocational skills acquisition is one none of us is prepared to experience, and the examples of various low and middle income countries, especially the Asian tigers, are there to inspire the direction of our national development plans and push our economic drive towards a destination we all desire as a place of boom. End of quote. He stressed that this was why President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has championed economic reforms beyond the usual cosmetic fixes to lay the groundwork for greater opportunities ahead. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Women Affairs has distributed food items to various women groups in the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, and in Lagos State as part of its end-of-year intervention to support vulnerable women and families. Speaking at the flag-off ceremony for the Renewed Hope Year-End Intervention Program, the Minister of Women Affairs, Hajia Iman Suleiman Ibrahim, said the initiative was to cushion the effects of the current economic challenges faced by women and families. She said the event, the Renewed Hope Year-End Intervention for Vulnerable Women and Families, reflected President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's mission to address the pressing needs of vulnerable groups. The minister disclosed that the intervention will be replicated nationwide as part of President Tinubu's commitment to advancing the welfare of women and children across the country. In the meantime, President Bola Tinubu would have written his name in gold if he orders the release of Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. This statement is credited to the Ohaneze Ndigbo. President General of the socio-cultural body, Nze Chukwu Fidelis Chukwu, made the remarks on Friday while welcoming Tinubu to the southeast ahead of his official visit to Enugu State on Saturday. He further commended what he described as an attitudinal change of the federal government under Tinubu towards the Igbo nation. According to spokesman of the organization, Alex Ogbonnaya, Chukwu expressed hope that with the Enugu visit, President Tinubu would write his name with gold in the hearts of Ndigbo and all the well-meaning Nigerians if he orders for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. In a related development, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has issued a stern warning against assaults on police officers, declaring that any attack on personnel of the Nigeria Police Force will be met with a decisive and appropriate response. Speaking during his visit to the Enugu State Police Command on Friday, Egbetokun emphasized that such actions are not only criminal but also an affront to the entire institution, vowing zero tolerance for such incidents in 2025. He stressed that the police will collectively respond to any killing or assault on their personnel, ensuring that justice is served. The zero tolerance stance is part of the police force's efforts to protect its personnel and maintain law and order. Betokun also acknowledged that the force is working with the federal government to improve the welfare of its personnel. Betokun commended the policemen in Enugu State for their professionalism, but also expressed concerns about a few rogue officers who are tarnishing the force's image. And now the Abuja Electricity Distribution Company, AEDC, has notified residents of some communities in Abuja that there will be a power interruption for 2 weeks in January. The AEDC noted that the power interruption will commence on the 6th of January and end on the 21st of January. The anticipated power interruption is as a result of the FCDA relocating the 33 kilowatts DC airport feeder and 132 kilowatts Kuba Apo transmission line towers along Outer Southern Expressway. The Abuja communities will experience this power outage and they include Lugbe and its environs, Airport Road, Kapwa, NNPC, Games Village, amongst others. The discos apologized to residents who will be affected by the power interruption for any inconvenience it would cause. Away from that story now, an alleged notorious human trafficker convicted in absence by Federal High Court in Delta State has been arrested by officers of the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, in Abuja. The suspect, identified as Udiale Christiana Jacob, with aliases Christy Evan Osagie and Christy Gold, was arrested at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport by operatives of the Nigeria Immigration Service, NIS, on the 31st of December. She was said to have flown into the country from Dubai, the United Arab Emirates, UAE, with the hope of celebrating the new year with loved ones, but was immediately identified by the NIS operatives during routine checks and apprehended. Christy Gold, according to NAPTIP, had been on the wanted list for over 5 years for offenses of human trafficking and was charged to court in 2020, granted bail, and then jumped the bail, necessitating her trial in absentia. A statement on Thursday by the agency's press officer Vincent Adekoya revealed that the woman was apprehended on the 31st of December by immigration and handed over to NAPTIP. Meanwhile, 8 people were injured in the early hours of Friday when a commercial bus crashed into the median on the Ahmadiyya-Pulegba Expressway in Lagos. The accident, which occurred during rush hour, caused heavy traffic disruption as emergency responders worked to rescue the victims and clear the site. Eyewitnesses reported that the bus, with registration number KTU 801XM, was on speed when the driver lost control while trying to avoid a collision with another vehicle and pedestrians. It was gathered that the abrupt swerve led the bus to hit the median and overturn. Officials from the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority quickly arrived at the scene, facilitating the evacuation of the injured and restoring order. Now, young leaders across Africa are driving change, breaking barriers, and transforming their communities. The 12th edition of the Future Africa Leaders Awards celebrates 10 exceptional individuals aged 19 to 25, recognized for their innovation, resilience, and impact. These leaders are tackling critical challenges in health, education, and social development. Show is in strong and capable hands. VOP TV's Onyidamola Olukuton brings us a closer look at their remarkable achievements.
Expanse of Africa, a new generation is rising. Young leaders, visionaries, and change makers determined to shape the future of the continent. The 12th edition of the Future African Leaders Award
in that they're expected to participate in different activities. So it's from there we have many entrants from different persons in different fields. The fields we look at include agriculture, education, entrepreneurship, technology. We also have advocacy, that is youth empowerment, and when agriculture, when they come in, they have the opportunity also to have mentors attached to some of them to help them with some of the activities that they are involved in. They have to be seen to have done the work, and of course the of the leadership initiative with FAF has to also be prominent, so that we know that they are actually doing this for as an extension of their assignment for the projects that they are being assigned to do for the Future Africa Leaders Foundation.
This award is open to all young Africans, regardless of background, recognizing those who are transforming lives and inspiring change.
I address environmental issues. I promote healthy living, and I empower also youth in education and innovation. So to go further, I can say that I champion, champion organic and sustainable agriculture by investing in the production of the biopesticide.
Well, switching some gears now, Oyo State government has announced that the distribution of appointment letters to 5,600 newly recruited basic school teachers will commence on Monday. Basic school teachers will commence on Monday, the 6th of January, 2025. This exercise will take place at local government universal basic education authorities in all local government areas across the state. Dr. Nureni Aderemi Adeniro, chairman of the Oyo State Universal Basic Education Board, revealed this on Friday during a meeting with the new teachers in this education secretariat in Ibadan. He urged the new teachers to adopt innovative methods and modern techniques in teaching while emphasizing the board's zero tolerance for examination malpractices. The appointments will officially take effect from the 1st of January 2025. Dr. Adeniro highlighted the need for a redistribution of teachers to address staffing imbalances across local governments, ensuring equity and fairness. He called on the new teachers to demonstrate integrity, diligence, and patriotism in their duties, positioning themselves as transformative educators for the future. In the meantime, the Oyo Sector Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps on Friday said 222 people lost their lives in various road traffic crashes in the state in 2024. The Corps disclosed this in Ibadan in its end-of-the-year statistics signed by the sector commander, Rosemary Allo. Allo said the figure indicated a reduction compared to the 270 deaths recorded in 2023. According to her, the figures emanated from 304 road crashes recorded in 2024 and 495 crashes in 2023, respectively. The sector commander noted that the statistics indicated that 779 people were injured in crashes in 2024, compared with 1,321 in 2023. She said 1,795 people were involved in road crashes in 2024, while 2,935 people got involved in 2023. The sector commander attributed the 2024 road traffic crash data reduction to aggressive stakeholders' sensitization programs and enforcement exercises of the Corps. And now, on a rather sad note, an Osun State-based clergy, Bishop Shino Olaribibe of Rapture Empowerment International, Osogbo, was in the early hours of Thursday stabbed to death while settling a fight between a couple. Reports have it that the Osun State Police Command has arrested 43-year-old Wale Ogunsomi for allegedly stabbing Olaribibe to death. The incident occurred on the 1st of January 2025 at about 11:25 p.m. at the residence of Ogunsomi's estranged wife, where he reportedly found the bishop. Yemisi Opalola, the command spokesperson, confirmed the arrest and provided details of the tragic event. Security sources hinted that the woman was attending Olaribibe's church located around BCGA area, where she served as an interpreter. Reports stated that the couple had a history of incessant fights, which made them live apart, even though they were not officially divorced. The cause of the latest fight was, however, not known, but the late Olaribibe, it was learned, always mediated in their fights. It was gathered that the husband had gone to his wife's residence and met Olaribibe in the room, which infuriated him. A source who attends Olaribibe's church and craved anonymity for security reasons revealed that it was in that anger that the man took a knife and stabbed the clergy in the chest. He died immediately. Olaribibe is said to have gone to the house to see the woman who had been sick for some time. Meanwhile, the crisis surrounding the Okegbo traditional stool has intensified, with Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa reaffirming his commitment to following court orders which declare the Are Kubaigbe ruling house as the rightful heir to produce the next Oluoke of Okegbo. The royal stool has been vacant since the death of Oba Lawrence Oluwole Babajide in May 2003. However, the Oluoke chiefs in council and kingmakers have urged Governor Ayedatiwa to ensure that the rule of law prevails, warning that any deviation could lead to anarchy in the kingdom. Well, a Labour Party presidential candidate in the 2023 election, Peter Obi, has spoken about his visit to activist Dele Farotimi following his release from a correctional center. Photos of the visit were posted online, and Obi took to X to shed light on the moment with the lawyer, whose defamation case with Afe Babalola captured nationwide attention. Obi disclosed that he chose to visit Farotimi after meeting with former President Olusegun Obasanjo as he had not done so since his release. The former Anambra State governor said he was pleased to have found Farotimi in good spirits and deeply encouraged by his unwavering dedication to the struggle for a better Nigeria. Obi praised Farotimi, saying he exemplifies courage in the face of adversity. He also wished him a productive year. On the flip side, Vice President of Nigeria, Senator Kashim Shettima, has expressed satisfaction with the performance of Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule, especially in the area of food production, noting that the governor has fulfilled his promises to the people of the state. He said that Governor Abdullahi Sule has completely turned Nasarawa State to an agricultural powerhouse of the nation. The Vice President stated this in Lafia on a one-day working visit to the state to flag off the distribution of tractors and jangwa paddy rice to all 13 local government areas of the state, as well as sharing of relief items to victims of 2024 flood disaster at the government house. He said that Nasarawa State has taken position to feed the nation, adding that the federal government will continue to support the state in its quest to provide solution to the food crisis in Nigeria. Meanwhile, an occasion of joy has turned into tragedy in Jigawa State after food served to guests at a wedding ceremony was allegedly poisoned by the bride. According to reports, the incident, which occurred in Jahun local government area, resulted in the death of one of the guests, with the groom critically ill. Eyewitness said the bride's action may have been motivated by personal vendetta. Confirming the incident, the State Police Public Relations Officer, Adam, revealed that an investigation had begun, adding that 2 suspects have been arrested in connection with the alleged food poisoning incident. Speaking further, he disclosed that the bride and another female were the 2 suspects and that they had been placed in custody while being quizzed by the Criminal Investigation Department of the command. Germany has commenced online visa applications for Nigerians and nationalities of countries with its visa offices. The visa applications portal is available on a new digital platform for people seeking employment, study, or joining family in Germany. Germany Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock, in a statement, said the portal is a real administrative revolution. He described the system as long overdue while lamenting that Germany has been short of at least 400,000 skilled workers annually. The portal has been available since the 1st of January 2025 and will allow applicants to choose between 28 categories of national visas online. Baerbock stressed that Germany, as an immigration country, requires a national visa process that is state-of-the-art, modern, digital, and secure. Business, sports, entertainment. After this short break, stay with us. Welcome back. Business news now. The stock market started the year on a strong note, delivering an impressive 155 billion naira profit to investors on the first trading day. The positive performance was driven primarily by gains in Tier 1 banking stocks, namely Zenith Bank, United Bank for Africa (UBA), and FBN Holdings, Access Corporation, among other equities. Specifically, the market capitalization, which opened at 62.73 trillion naira, gained 155 billion naira, or 0.25%, to close at 62.918 trillion naira. The all-share index also gained 0.25%, or 254 points, to close at 103,180 against over 102,000 reported on Tuesday. As a result, the year-to-date YTD return stood at 0.25%. Market breadth also closed positive with 58 gainers and 8 losers. And now global food commodity prices declined by 2.1% in 2024 compared to the previous year. the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations reported on Friday. However, prices remain significantly higher than pre-COVID-19 levels. The FAO's overall food price index averaged 122.0 points in 2024, representing a decline of 2.6 points or 2.1% from the average value in 2023. Despite the yearly decrease, food prices rose over the course of 2024, with the index increasing from 117.6 points in January to 127.0 in December, a 6.7% rise over the year, driven by increases in meat, dairy, and vegetable oil. Well, let's take a look at some sports news now. Bundesliga side Hoffenheim have signed Nigerian forward Gift Urban for a fee of 9 million euros, that is $9.2 million from Lyon. The French club confirmed on Thursday. The 22-year-old had fallen out of favor at Lyon after joining them a year ago from Belgian club Ghent. Urban scored 5 times in 21 appearances for Lyon, but had not featured in the league since September. Hoffenheim said Urban will offer their forward line greater width and speed. Hoffenheim director Andreas Schicker said by signing Urban, the club had found exactly the last striker it was looking for. In the meantime, Piero Gasperini, Atalanta's manager, has explained Ademola Lookman's role as a substitute in the club's 2-0 Supercoppa semi-final loss to Inter Milan. Gasperini surprised everyone by naming Lookman as one of his substitutes for the game. Charles de Ketelaere and Anderson did not make the starting lineup also. Lookman was only introduced after 56 minutes and was unable to help Ladier win the match. Gasperini justified his judgment, saying he wasn't experimenting. The coach said the club has many players and had a long and tough run of games. He explained that the Supercoppa game at the right time for the club to verify players who contributed, but played relatively little compared to others. In entertainment news, social media critic Very Dark Man has criticized Afrobeats icon Burna Boy over his recent walkout incident after a fan rushed him on stage. Recall that Burna Boy angrily stopped his performance after a fan breached security during his performance at the Greater Lagos Countdown 2025. The singer's reaction didn't go down well with fans and netizens who expressed disappointment with Burna Boy. Wading into the controversy, Very Dark Man shared a video of Burna Boy's response to a similar incident involving a fan during an overseas performance. In the clip uploaded on Instagram, Burna Boy is seen hugging the fan and bringing him on stage. The artist also asked the fan his name while urging the crowd to cheer for him. Slamming Burna Boy and saying that what he did was wrong, VDM said the singer sees Nigerians as animals, hence his violent reaction, a sharp contrast to what transpired with the foreign man. Meantime, Afrobeat superstar Ayo Balogun, better known as Wizkid, expressed his admiration for renowned Fuji singer Wasiu Ayinde Marshal, aka that's also known as Kwam1, during his New Year's Fest in Lagos. As K1 sang for his fans, he hailed Wizkid in his song, and the Ojo Elegba hitmaker had to climb on the stage as the audience cheered him. The Grammy Award winner stormed the stage with several bundles of cash, which he handed over to K1's team members. His fans became ecstatic and chanted Mashallah, or Mashallah, as the singer is fondly called. Wizkid was not yet done with his show of love towards K1, and he hugged him while they bantered. Wizkid and K1's relationship has spanned over some years, and recall that when Wizkid buried his mother in 2023, K1 was in attendance and he entertained those who graced the solemn ceremony. And it's a wrap for us on the news at 9, but before we go, a quick look at the headlines. brought you stories that are reforms creating employment opportunities for Nigerians, a statement credited to Vice President Shettima. Also told you that 1,000 households in Lagos, FCT, received FG's palliatives. We also brought you reports that Ohaneze has told President Tinubu to write his name in gold by releasing Nnamdi Kanu. Also, IGP has vowed decisive response to attacks on police officers. Also, AEDC has notified Abuja residents of 2-week power interruption. And in business, we told you that stock market opens 2025 with 155 billion gain. In entertainment news, we told you that Very Dark Man has called out Burna Boy over stage walkout controversy. Finally, in sports news, we told you that Gasperini has explained why he benched Lookman against Inter Milan. Do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel on YouTube. We are Voice of the People TV. And on other social media platforms, we are at VOP TV Live. I am Vivian Oguche. Good evening.